It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. What he's talking to his team about is we've got to get our guy to that 1,000-yard mark. Their freshman running back has been terrific all season. They have been able to count on him to carry the rock. And he is so close to 1,000 yards, one of the most prominent stats in all of college football for a running back. He wants to make sure that his young freshman is rewarded here today. So he has challenged that offensive line to make sure he eats here in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On the move, he fires. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Here's a little room there. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job.
Got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll try the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. Fights off a defender. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. You're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback adapting. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. He's got it down the field. Turning it on. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They go right back to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Punts it out of the air. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeye!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll try the right side. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw...
It's a fake. He's going to throw it.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap it into the up back, completing the pass.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Underwood. Got a man. It's Marsh. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Talk about having the day. We're not even done the first quarter yet. This receiver already has over 100 yards. Look out.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He'll try the left side. There's a crease. Ripping through the defense. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Rolling, Underwood. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Wolverines. Middle of the end zone, he's got it. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here's Julian saying to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. They'll go right back to it. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a third down situation, and they still can't execute. So slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. And after the turnover, out of bounds at the 12 to set up this offense.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark.
You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Finds a spot in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Gets rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed.
And they'll fake it again. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Julian with the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Gets the back moving. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. Might have a chance. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten hit in this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. The extra point here would tie the game.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Underwood makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Defense in press coverage. Got enough for the 1st. He's loose down the left side. The 20. Past the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Throwing, say it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Michigan. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give, it's Jackson. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their...
Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing, Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Power football with the run. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 19 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback may change this route. On the delay, it's Jackson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. Breaks into the open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Jackson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Here's Underwood to throw.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Maybe a crease. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well, with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. Well, you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver. That's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Underwood. He's got him. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
After that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Fires to the right.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, and it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. Trying to keep this drive alive. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He breaks a tackle. He now has 62 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Back to the ground with the running back. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Say it. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Running inside, it's Rodgers. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Shows him the stiff arm. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He might want another play. Saying to throw for it on fourth. It's complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to get the edge. It's Jackson. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Pulls it on the option.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Throwing, Underwood.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, it just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rodgers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Sayin on the play action. Fires to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the draw, it's Rodgers. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good...
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. Works the middle of the field. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Maybe some room here.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Play fake, say it. Rushes on him. Slings it downfield. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Offense set on first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Could not make his way to the corner. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll try to race to the edge on first and goal with the wide receiver. Touchdown! Buckeyes! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I often say the best offenses in college football are the ones that can run the football down in the red zone, but it's not just conventional runs. It's getting the reverse going as well. Why not get one of your best playmakers the football here in the green area and let him go? Nice job getting the pitch, using his speed, scoring a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Out of the backfield, he's open. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Gets it out quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Here's Underwood to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one of that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I got to have it?
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Just feeds the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.